Why do the Kurds not get a country but Israel does? How is it that the Kurds, 40 million people, sitting on their own mountains, on their own land, speaking their own language, bleeding on the soil their ancestors died on, still don't get a country? But Israel does? Because someone found a verse in a 3,000-year-old scroll? Explain that to me. Explain how actual modern people, with a continuous physical presence, a documented homeland, and living memory of genocide get told. No, sorry, borders are final. History doesn't work like that. But Israel gets to say, God promised us this piece of land before iron tools existed. And suddenly global powers jump up like, say no more, here are the keys. Are you kidding me? The Kurds didn't need a prophecy. They didn't need a divine signature. They didn't need a burning bush or a stone tablet. They have something stronger. Geography, culture, demography, and actual historic continuity. But the international community treats them like a glitch in the map. A footnote. A stray ethnic group that should have thought about nationhood sooner. Meanwhile, Israel gets statehood, using an argument that would get the Kurds dragged out of a UN meeting for destabilizing rhetoric. Tell me why 40 million Kurds, sitting on their own homeland, can't claim a state, but a biblical narrative can. Tell me why the Kurds, who fought ISIS themselves, who lost 180,000 people to Saddam, who were gassed in Halabja, who actually exist in the territory they're claiming, still here. Too bad. Modern borders. Deal with it. But Israel can cite scripture older than democracy, and the world rearranges itself like loyal background dancers. Imagine if the Kurds tried Israel's strategy. Hey, Turkey, Iran, Iraq, Syria, we were here first, move. There would be tanks in their villages by sunrise. CNN would call it separatist extremism. The UN would condemn them before lunch. Think tank interns would write think pieces titled, Why Ancient Claims Are Dangerous. Because apparently ancient claims are dangerous. Unless one specific group uses them, then suddenly they become legitimate, historic, and sacred. It's not about history. It's not about morality. It's not about who was there first. It's about power, sponsorship, military backing, and political immunity. Israel had it. The Kurds didn't. So don't lecture the world about ancient rights or eternal promises. If that logic applied equally, the Middle East would belong to the Kurds tomorrow morning. 40 million people. A real homeland, a real culture, a real history. And they still don't get a state, not even a discussion. Because they weren't chosen by a superpower. But a Bronze Age boundary written in a holy book? Oh, that gets a whole country. Say the quiet part out loud. Some people's history becomes a nation. Other people's history becomes a tragedy. And the world chooses who gets which.